Hello, Queens. This is Stephanie Lahart. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I want to talk about relationship and addictions. Whether you're a single Black woman interested in dating or marrying someone, or if you're in a relationship, I still just think this is a good episode for you to listen into as well. So I want to ask you, has he ever battled with any addictions? Is he still secretly battling with addictions that you don't know about? Let's be honest. People battle with all kinds of addictions. It doesn't make them a bad person. But if you're going to be in a committed relationship with this person, you need to know the facts. I'm going to be discussing drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, porn, and the internet. Look, if he's ever had a drug addiction, I think it's very important for you to know what kinds of drugs he has used and for how long. How did drugs affect his life? What kind of drug addict was he? Make no mistake about it, drugs change people and not for the better. Some drug addicts will become physically violent with you. Some drug addicts will verbally and emotionally abuse you. Some drug addicts will steal your money and personal belongings. Some drug addicts are very manipulative and they're habitual liars too. And depending on how deep they are in their addiction, they are likely to be involved in criminal activities. And please keep in mind, yes, addicts are just like regular people when they're not using. They're loving, fun, you love to be around them. They're kind, they're helpful, they're funny. They're all of these things and more. So, with all of that being said, please understand that although he may not be using now, there is a possibility that he could relapse. Could you handle that? Could you handle the emotional wear and tear on your mind, body, and spirit? Could you handle seeing the person that you love in a bad space? Could you handle the possible abuse that you may endure? And what about if you have children together? How will this affect them? Are you willing to lose everything you've built because of his drug addiction? Trust me, it could happen. And it does happen to many families all over the world. If he becomes too far gone, he's most likely to start missing work or lose his job. Now, I've given you some valuable food for thought. Please take heed to what I'm saying. Alcohol addiction is basically a mirror of drug addiction as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to talk about gambling now. This is going to be quick and to the point. You need to know if he's ever had a gambling problem or if he still has a gambling problem. Could you imagine being in a relationship with a person where you cannot trust them with money? Imagine bills going unpaid, bills collector, bills collectors calling your home, money missing from the shared bank account. Your rent or your mortgage is past due. You're unable to purchase necessities. You can't afford to pay for medical or dental insurance or other bills for that matter. Vehicle repossession, borrowing money from family and friends all of the time, taking out loans and not being able to pay them back. Could you really imagine all of these things happening to you? Well, if you choose to be in a relationship with a man that has an addiction to gambling, this could very well be your truth. Please think it through. Now, I want to talk about sex, porn, and the internet. I can't begin to tell you how many relationships are literally destroyed over all three of these things. So it's extremely important to be bold and ask questions. Is he addicted to sex? Is he addicted to watching porn? Is he addicted to the internet? Sex is a beautiful thing, but if you're in a relationship with a man that just has to have it all the time, that's problematic. When a relationship is new, it may be exciting at first, but what happens when you grow tired of it and he doesn't? What if he starts putting sexual demands on you? If you don't do it, guess what? He'll just start, looking elsewhere. What if he starts putting, you in a position where you feel uncomfortable? Look, this is very important and you cannot afford to like skate over this, if you will, because he'll get it elsewhere and most likely he will get it off. He'll most likely go on those porn websites and add the internet into the equation, and you got a recipe for disaster. Now, a lot of women, they are in relationships with men that make them do things that they are uncomfortable doing, but they do it anyways just to please him. Could you imagine performing sexual acts out of fear that he may cheat on you with another woman? Some men don't have any boundaries when it comes to fulfilling their desires. They will pay for sex with a prostitute, carry on secret affairs, masturbate every chance they get, log into chat rooms to meet new women, etc. My point is this, ladies: being involved with a man that has these kinds of addictions isn't something that you should take lightly. This is a real problem. Now, I get it. Many men love to watch porn, but when it's consuming his life and it starts to affect the relationship, home life, work, etc., that's unhealthy and unacceptable. And furthermore, if he prefers to spend more time on the web than with you, it's safe to say that he's engaging in things that he shouldn't be doing in the first place. I don't know one person that doesn't use the internet, but if he's compulsively using it all of the time, day and night, then it's clear he's up to no good. It's just not normal, especially if he closes tabs when you walk into the room. I mean, just really think about it. What is he trying to hide? What is he looking at that you can't look at? I'm going to leave it here, ladies. Don't be in denial. Believe what you see. My name is Stephanie Lahart, empowering Black women and Black girls all over the world.